Good morning, and here is the first backyard briefing after our official launch of distance learning. And I understand Husker made his guest appearance on the last video, so I thought I would let him make an appearance here. And I also would bring your attention to the fact that he's the only one in the family who's been able to get a haircut during this whole thing. So here we are, a week into our first formal distance learning. And a couple things I wanted to make sure you were aware of. We've actually already tightened our security systems on the Zoom messaging, and we're continuing to monitor that to make sure that each of our platforms are secure. I also wanted to remind you that this was the first week of our distance learning, and we will continue to get better because we are an organization of continued improvement, and that's what we do. We use the cycle of inquiry to reflect and improve as we go. So as I've said from the beginning, week 6 will look much better than week 1. I also encourage you, if you have specific questions about your child's lessons, that you contact the teacher directly. If you have questions about the way the information is coming from the school, I encourage you to contact the principal directly. So again, I also remind you that this was not something that our staff signed on for. This was something that we're all responding to. And like many of you, some are more ready for this than others. And so we're being patient with our students who are not as ready as some other students may be. Likewise, we have some staff that were more ready to pivot to this distance learning platform. One thing we're being very clear about is we're asking our teachers to give you guidance on what aspects of the lessons are expected for students to do each week, and then which of the lessons are encouraged because they're enrichment. And so that we're doing that so those of you that feel really overwhelmed by this will have some support in knowing what do I absolutely have to do, and then what is encouraged for my child to do. We're also understanding that what our students were able to do independently in the confines of the classroom is different than what they're demonstrating they're able to do independently with all of the freedom of their bedrooms or their living rooms. And so we're working through all of that. Our staff are making a commitment to connect with students, to connect students with themselves, to connect students with students, because we know that during this time of isolation, connection is very, very important. Again, I encourage you to stay strong, stay safe, be well, and we will continue to improve as we go on. Thank you.